Hey guys, just want to talk to you. It's GameStop earnings in about 48 hours, less than. So we're on Tuesday, right after the market. And I want to just give everybody a breakdown of how I feel the earnings report's going to go. I can go a couple of different ways, but watching the stock pump right now, it's Sunday night and the stock is all the way up to $30 and some change. And the part that intrigues me the most is GameStop's earning report usually plays out like this. It gets released, and then it drops the price. And then slowly over the next week, the price starts going up again because people realize that the report wasn't as bad as people make it out to be, right? So I'm going to give this example. The minute it gets released, the number one headline is going to be top line revenues down. That's the first thing we're going to do. And they're going to be like, this is a dying business, top line revenue shrank, and not really understanding that GameStop has closed multiple stores or they're transitioning and pivoting a new business model. So all of that is true. Their top line revenue will be down, but will be up, or is what, like profit margin, right? Gross profit margin. Even SG&A will be shrunk. So you'll see all of the reasons to be excited for the company. And maybe they announce a completion of, this partnership with PSA and how it's all working out and the benefits of it and the dollars associated with it. Like, we don't know how they're all going to break it down, but I think about it like this because the first meltdowners to come out, the first CPA guys, the first financial bros, they're all going to come out and be like, the PE ratio doesn't make sense, with this valuation. And they're going to talk about, they'll talk about earnings per share. They're going to talk about all the things that don't matter on a company that's transitioning and pivoting. Now, for all of you who say, Moretz, earnings don't matter for an investor. That's not it, geniuses. You're dealing with a company that is cyclical, a company that is retail driven, so it's the seasonality of profits. Quarter four, the quarter we're in right now, is going to be 40% of their profit zone. So this is when they're going to make their $300 million worth of profit, would be quarter four, 2 to 300 million. But they're not going to tell you what they're doing with their cash. They don't need to tell you what they're doing with their cash. And that right there is going to piss people off too. Like, all the things that they don't say, they try to write it off as being bearish. So I'm preparing myself for a pump before earnings just to go ahead and give it all back, maybe $5 worth. And then you'll be able to buy back in at like 27, 28, 29 as it starts peaking up to 40 again. It's going to go all the way there, but you're going to be at like $42. $44, some of that range, March 2024, by the next earnings report. And we have all the reasons for it to explode. Like, I think by the 20th of this month, the stock will increase an additional $3 to $4. So you'll be trading at $33 right now in about a week. But it'll go down and go back up. Like, I've seen it. Now we can see it go. They make an announcement of a dividend payoff. If they give you any more, if they actually give forecasting, what are the analysts going to do then? Like, here's my question to Wall Street. When are analysts going to cover GameStop? They haven't covered GameStop in 3 years. So for all the people out there that don't know about GameStop, the stock, GameStop, the company, right, the little GameStop up there. The thing about GameStop is GameStop's this volatile stock, as they call it. So there's no volatility whatsoever. It literally just up and to the right for the last 6 months. So it's beaten out the S&P 500 and beat out the whole index this year. It's trading, I think I'm up 99% versus 34%. Doing pretty well. And I'm 100% GameStop. So the best part about it is that, like, people will finally figure out is, like, they have all this cash in the world. They almost $5 billion, guys. So all the cash in the world. They have great leadership. They're structured correctly. They're able to scale from what they're doing right now. The partnerships with PSA, the partnerships with CandyCon, all the little things about private label and the margins that you can make. So all of this is very bullish, and it's gonna amount to a lot come quarter four when it's all done. I mean, you have 2 Pokemon releases in quarter four, in addition to Christmas and Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So the whole run's coming to you. And we know what cards are doing now with the PSA footprint as well. So these are the great things for GameStop, but you'll see people play off of the downside of it. They want info, they want time, they want it all down. So if GameStop were to come out with, like, just guidance, when are the analysts going to cover it? They don't. They don't cover it. And this is the part where we get deep on the video. They don't cover it because it's almost like what's happening at your mall. You see, you walk into your local mall, right? And you're going to see all these companies that were once in the mall that are now bankrupt. Macy's on the brink of bankruptcy right now. Forever 21, Charlotte Russe, you name it, J.C. Penney, Sears. All of these things have either gone bankrupt in your lifetime and come back out of it. But they're still bankrupting those companies. And the one that they can't get to turn over is GameStop. They thought they had it. But before you go ahead and bankrupt Claire's and any other company within that GNC, I've seen them all. Vitamin Store, Vitamin World, Vitamin Shop, you can bankrupt them all. You cannot have GameStop. So that's when these vulture capitalists, that's when you have private equity, the one, and you know who they are, guys. It's really, really easy to remember them. Carlyle Group, Blackstone, Apollo, Ares, Oak Tree. There's so many that I probably won't name, that I can't remember at the moment, but they're the guys who bankrupt this world, bankrupt this economy, bankrupt the USA for themselves. The greed is guaranteed. That's what I'm telling you. So before people start pumping up shit coins and start telling you to invest in the cryptos and do whatever, remember there's one company out here, GameStop right there, that represents everything that is good in America. I love you guys. I do. And while we can all afford to be wrong at times, and we can afford to be, careless at times with our investments, maybe this is the day that we don't. Maybe this is the day that we can't be. Maybe this is the day that we just diamond hand GameStop. Watch the earnings, guys. It's coming out on Tuesday. And remember what I'm telling you. They're going to paint it in a bad light. And then all the money's going to come rolling in. Because the truth is, it's the greatest investment you're ever going to make. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Come prove me wrong, millionaires. I'm going to be live on Tuesday with the chat line open, waiting for you meltdowners. I want all the smoke. Peace.